Finally back from Golden Demon. What what accent was that anyway? So yeah, I'm back. I am back from Golden Demon, and actually it's been 4 days. And a hugely frustrating thing about being back from Golden Demon when you're trying to edit these videos is all you want to do is paint. The struggle is real. All I've found myself doing is daydreaming. While I'm at work, I'm thinking about what I'm going to paint. While I have time to paint, I'm looking after the kid, and also the wife, because obviously she needs looking after, because this sounds sarcastic, but she's had such a hard day. That was obviously facetious. I think that's the right word, Lionel. I used Lionel because he told me off. He said I used a word that was not the meaning, and I used it repeatedly. Anyway, it is frustrating to be back, and I realised, and I've forgotten this happened, but when I created all the videos from Golden Demon 22, it took so bloody long. By the end of it, I was like, actually, I'm probably not going to paint again. But right now, I've got the flame of desire deep inside me, and I would rather be painting. But here I am for you. Well, this is actually for me. This is like a bitch brain dump where I can summarize my Golden Demon thoughts and Warhammer Fest thoughts. But on the side note is how much frustration I'm having recording. Some frames were dropped in the video, but let's hop in, fellow gamers. I'm a gamer now, played 3 games, and painters. Up show. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Do you remember when we used to have fan monitors there? Did not end well, did it? We did one video, never again. So, Golden Demon, Warhammer Fest 2023. My experiences as a fly on the wall, which makes, of course, no sense because I'm talking about myself. So you can't be a fly on the wall to yourself. Not really. Well, you can maybe if you're thinking like you want to look back at your memories and you were a fly to see how different your perspective was. You know, it would give you an outside perspective. So maybe well, no, because then it's still myself talking about it. You'd need to be the fly on the wall looking back at yourself. That's what you need to be the real fly on the wall situation. Yeah, well, my initial thoughts on Golden Demon. Sorry, Warhammer Fest, not Golden Demon. Bloody amazing, actually. Yes, I think with some caveats. Caveat is I really enjoyed it. Mostly because I was with my boys, Lionel, Arnell, Albert, Tony, 5 best friends forever. Lionel, Jamie, Albert, 5 best friends forever. And obviously when Lionel went, it was 4 best friends forever, and then we dropped off Tony, it was 3 best friends forever. And then when Arnell and I did the video, 2 best friends forever, because Albert was too busy with Warhammer TV and Cult of Paint, and Goonhammer. The Goonhammer actually doesn't, because it's online, doesn't need air quotes. In fact, none of them needed air quotes, really, truth be told. But yeah, so I didn't get to do one. So for that small interim, it was 2 best friends forever, which I was very happy to be. You know, it's always good to have best friends forever, especially when it's truly forever. Well, actually, Juan now is my 2 best friends forever as well. But I literally can't remember what I was saying. Golden Demon thoughts, I think it was. No, fuck's sake, Warhammer Fest. So, why was Warhammer Fest an overwhelming success for me, with caveats? People. I think that was the main thing for me. Seeing loads of people that I know very well, and you only get to see them twice, 3 times a year, and you don't know them that well, actually. They're more like passing acquaintances that come in and out of your life who you actually do like and you would like to spend more time with, but you don't, because obviously you only see them at the shows. And that list is getting bigger and bigger every day, every event. Not every day, certainly not every event, certainly not every day. It really is true. Like you realize it slowly but surely. Now I just can't move for talking, and it makes it quite difficult when you're trying to run a YouTube channel. I think, have I not have this involuntary desire to talk with everyone, I would get a lot more done, and it's relatively frustrating when I know I've got to do a load of stuff, And then Lionel's there, happy as a lamb, just chatting away, and I'm there, loving it. Every now and then I'll go, oh shit, I've got to do this. But then I'll get drawn back in because someone will say something relatively interesting. And then when they go, Lionel and I are like, right, let's go and do the thing that we said we'd do. Bing, another person's there, you're chatting away, loving life again. And that's literally like 4 hours gone. Massive thanks to everybody who did actually talk to us, who we didn't know. I don't know everyone's names. The 2 chaps who chatted to us near the shop, that was a good old chinwag, that was. Roman, who is not Roman Lepat, but Roman is a Polish friend that I've just made, actually. Really nice guy, and really good painter, and programs, and knows about AI, which links in with the website I've been building, which I don't know if I've mentioned it. I may or may not have. That wasn't why I stumbled there, because I knew the saying. It was me trying to recollect if I did indeed, or have indeed. But I'm building a website about all the awards from Monty Santavino, Monty Santavino, SMC, World Model Expo, Golden Demon, soon the Fen Model Show, old shows that no longer exist, Crystal Brush. I want a website that has all those things, and I've been building it for the last bloody 3 years. But yeah, Roman, thanks for your company during the event, and thank you for talking since the event. Joey, obviously. It's interesting because you're called Joey. I think in my head you're called Joe, and now I've called you Joey. All I can think of is Joey from Friends, which is weird. But huge Elder fan, really good to meet you. Didn't know you were you until you said you were you. Patrick, of course. Hendariole, Hendarian, German, Elder. Great to meet you at last. I mean, we talk so much. I don't even know if you watch the show. To be honest, the only person I actually know who does watch the show, and now I know, okay, Patrick, who isn't German. That really threw me off. Sorry about that, but it did throw me off. I thought you were German. And Joey, I don't know if you watch the show, but I'll find out. Hopefully, you'll mention it. And there were many other people that we met who actually came and said hello, which was lovely, very lovely, in a non-gay way. And even if it wasn't a gay way, that would be fine. No, I don't think you should say that anymore. It could be fine. Don't justify your prejudice. No, it's awkward because people don't know me. I'm joking. So it was genuinely lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed that side of things. And that lasted 4 days, basically. Because you meet, again, loads of people that you know, and then you talk, and then more people that know people, and then basically everyone's fucking things just get merged into one, and you're saying hello to everyone. And rightly so. But I've spoken like 6 minutes on people, which is fine because the show is people. But meeting people, Golden Demon, fantastic. Didn't get to see the models really at all. I was saving it till Sunday because I didn't want to spoil it. So I literally Friday, Saturday, Monday. I saved it till Monday. So Saturday, Sunday. Didn't look at them at all until Sunday evening. And then my arm started hurting. And the judges were judging, which meant I couldn't bother filming. My idea, my plan, because I stayed after the shop had closed, was to film everything and then take my time and look at everything when nobody's there, and I can just relax and look. And that completely backfired. I did get there early, 5:07 on Monday morning once the judging had finished, and the judges actually just left. And then I think I filmed till 8, and then everyone started rushing in, and the judges were they weren't. The judges weren't. The photographers were taking photos, so I didn't get to bloody look at. I literally barely looked at anything, which was frustrating. But Golden Demon obviously is fantastic. Now, that's Hobby Challenge, bloody good actually. So we only did that for I think an hour and a half. I didn't say what we produced. Maybe I can do that later. Now myself and Tony and Lionel just distracted us all and got on our nerves, little child. But it was really fun. They basically give you your choice of the limited edition releases, unlimited scenery, unlimited models, like to build thing, and a theme which was Last Stand. And then they supply some bad paints because there weren't that. They were very muted. Clippers glue, those little things which you scrape from Games Workshop. That's it basically, and then they give you the award. I think we regretted not getting there in the morning because an hour and a half is not long to convert, produce, and paint. I felt that pain, and I was very disappointed with my model. Really liked the composition, what I created, but I didn't like them. Well, I barely painted it. I mean, it was painted, but it was like low tabletop. 20 minutes to paint it. So that was fantastic. I didn't get to play any of the games at all. I think there were 4 like third-party games there that you could play test and stuff. Didn't get to play 10th. Saw the models. Not for me. Mostly because I'm elder. I like the fact that Terminators are bigger. I like the fact that Tyranids went with the Screamer. That's it. And booty booty boo, tip of the tongue, tiny and cheese. La la la. What else happened? The Titan games. Now, fucked up by recording. Lionel did an interview with them, but my gosh, that was good. That was really good. The bases on some of those models could have easily been they were dioramas, but they were such good dioramas. Water splashing, things getting blown up. That was a huge plus. I don't know. Yeah, plus. You can say plus. I didn't spend much time in the gaming, so the tournament probably took up half of the space of the arena, and we spoke to 2 people, a kid and a dad, and that was nice to see the kid's exuberance for gaming as his first tournament. And the dad stayed 3 days with his son. Caught up with him, I think, on the last day or the second day, and that was quite fun speaking to him, to see the outside perspective, basically. And then I think that's it, really. We ate some food. There was a scavenger hunt. Arnau and Tony fucking loved it. Yeah. So, Golden Demon. Or experiences. Let's hop over to look at other things. It's not quite right. I should update it, but am I going to bother? So, this was my entry. Obviously, I did a squad, and I painted that in a day, and I realised I can paint something in a day. So, a day, probably 7 or 8 hours, I would say, in total. For me, I'm happy. Yeah, to be honest. It's probably the same standard as the other guys, and I'm pretty sure the other guys took 3 weeks. So if you focus your mind and apply the paint, it's very good, very quick. I've turned into a kebab house now, man. Yes, it's very good. I like. Also, I was meant to do the things white. So anyway, I was happy. That was painted, finished that at 2 a.m. the day before. On our trip there, I will try and cover this. I have filmed it with a drone. The Red Games Workshop. Red carpet. I asked them, I called them ahead 2 weeks, 3 weeks before. I asked them in the store, I would like the red carpets. And I'm not joking about that. I don't think they quite took me seriously enough. I really want the red carpets. And I want them for my studio whenever I get a big enough house. That would be a dream come true, to have real Games Workshop carpets from a Games Workshop. The only red carpets in the world. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I could get those carpets from there. So that was a joy. That was Hempstead, I think. So we stopped off there on the way up to Nottingham. Then we were in Nottingham Museum. Of course, the best display there. That's actually probably the best display. I think that one's better than this one. That's the best one. Then we got to Fest. That's me and Lionel. Lionel said he didn't want to publish it because he hadn't shaved. Registering our Golden Demons. Enjoying our food. There was no food. And I tried very hard to steer the language to English, which was a little selfish of me because everybody there is Spanish. One of my favourite entries. Very glad I got a pin. A goal. Oh, that's actually one of the new Primaris. How interesting. Painted in the old skull. Fuck, they actually worked somehow. Okay, well, good kudos to you. That is my squad. That's the only photo I took of it. I didn't plan on taking a plinth, but Albert and Lionel insisted. So there you go. Huge ass plinth, tiny ass model. makes me think I might buy a plinth or do bigger squads, whatever. One or the other. Which leads us then to the actual Golden Demons. Could I record this in its own one? Yeah, go on then. I'll see you on the flip side, lads. Thank you for tuning in. That was my roundup. So that happened from the tripod falling on my thumb. It was actually quite painful for 2 days. It got a little bit pussy. But yeah, Golden Demon. Oh yeah, the bads. So the people were great. The Golden Demon was great. The hobby challenge was great. 40 quid, bit expensive. But you got to keep the tools and the model. So I get why they've done that. Organisation, yeah, obviously queues were a big problem. I didn't really go in them because there was nothing that I wanted to queue in, but I could see the queues. I'll be frustrated if I took my kid for 1 day, for example, and then we're 6 hours in a queue. So yeah, that was a problem. I think, or I imagine, Warhammer Events team, it's an entire team doing this stuff throughout the whole year. I imagine they will learn from this situation and improve on it. But otherwise, yeah, possibly a different location. Manchester is actually fine. I don't think there was any real problems, but I'd like it to be less far north. You know, I'm saying I don't want it to be the XL though. I told this to Albert already. I like the road trip. I don't want to just go to London, go home, go to London, go home. Not for me. What's the point of sleeping at home? Do you know what I mean? I want to get away from the family. No offense, Tina, who doesn't watch, so it's fine. But yeah, I think a resounding success from a personal point of view. Yeah, I got a pin. Tony got a commended. Arnau got gold. Albert got gold and a sword. It's a pretty good trip. I don't think awards-wise we'll get much better unless sword, gold, Tony bronze, Jamie commended. That's an improvement. Anyway, yeah, pretty much everything went exactly the way. I was nervous about not getting a pin. Tony would really wanted commended. Arnau desperately wanted better than bronze. I mean, he would have taken bronze, I think. Just to place would have been enough for him. But he obviously got gold with a fantastic diorama, and obviously Albert had been planning and wanted the sword, and that's what he went for, and he got it. And I'm proud of you all. Sincerely, I am. It was funny watching from so far away, as obviously one of the 4 of the best friends forever, and the 3 best friends forever all sat down, and the loner, not talented enough guy was sat upstairs, not wanking, because that would have been, you know, a criminal offence, basically, in an auditorium with 800 people, but effectively wanking. I'll see you all. Enjoy. If you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, share. Sharing, I don't know if I can tell you share, but do share. And sleep well, because it's night time. It's actually 10:55 here.